Okay, so we've created our game and set up our teams, and now I'm going to show you how to facilitate a live session. And there's a basic and an advanced way of doing this. So for this video, we're going to look at the sort of basic setup. So at the top here, you have a play game drop down. Let's choose shared screen, and that should open in a new tab. Basically, this is a screen that you can share with your attendees, and by share, that could be put up and projected for everybody to see, or if you are on a video conference call, this is the screen that you would share with them. So right off the bat, we have a QR code here for everybody to scan. Okay, so I'm going to actually scan that QR code as a simulated attendee to my session, and on the left hand side you can see my phone. So once I've scanned the QR code, it should redirect me to WhatsApp with a pre-filled message: join session with the session ID and PIN. So what you need to instruct attendees to do is to please just send that message. Okay, once they send that message, they should be asked the registration questions. There's a welcome message, any custom one you had set up, and then the registration. So let's start with the name, and you'll note that that person then appears in the lobby. Answer the surname, and the name will then also update in the lobby in a few seconds, and then they need to select their team from the available teams that we have on the leaderboard. Okay, select team, and that person will then automatically move to the correct team. Okay, while they wait for everybody else to join, answer the questions, and select their team, there is the option to read the game rules, so they can busy themselves with that in the meantime. Okay, so now James is the only one here in this demo game, but once everybody has joined, everybody has read the rules, and then we're ready to start playing. Okay, so once we're ready to start playing, I'm going to hit that ready to roll button bottom right, and then we have three options. Option one, you could roll the dice yourself. Option two, you could choose a specific person to roll the dice by clicking on the little dice icon next to their name on the leaderboard. And option three, the one I recommend, is to choose auto nominate. So this will randomly choose somebody to roll the dice. For the demo, we only have one person, and that's James. And you'll note that on James's phone, him and only him gets a button to roll the dice. When James rolls on his phone, it will then roll the dice for everybody. Okay, and then everybody receives the same activity on their phone to answer. Okay, so they would then read that activity and then submit the answer. Note at the bottom of the activity on their phones, it tells them how they could potentially answer this question. In this case, it's kind of general. They could use text, voice, a photo, or a video. I tend to kind of nudge them towards using the voice option as the most natural. It's faster than typing, and my experience is they actually get better points as they can elaborate and unpack their reasoning when they send that answer. Okay, so James has sent his answer in, and while the AI assesses that answer, take a note of a few things. Firstly, we have a timer up here that is ticking away. You can at any point pause that timer, or you could restart it. Okay, and I see James's assessment has come in, and for this first question he's done really well. You can see he's got 40 points on the leaderboard. Okay, James would have received some personalized feedback on his answer. Okay, in this case he kind of nailed it, so there's no room for improvement, but it will tell him all the good points that he liked. Okay, cool. So once everybody has answered or the time is up, you can click done. So once you click done, it closes the gate and nobody else will then be able to submit any additional answers. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, click done, and it's then going to push the suggested response to the big screen and also to everybody's phones. Okay, so now we've finished with one activity and basically we repeat this cycle. So we'll go once again, ready to roll. Somebody else should get nominated to roll the dice, but in this demo we only have James, so James will once again get nominated. For any reason James is not available to roll, maybe he's gone to the bathroom or something, you can still roll on behalf of James. So I'm going to do that now. And then we get our new activity. So yeah, a nice fun activity here where there's actually an audio clip that they need to listen to. So that could be played here on the big screen for everybody to hear.
I'm in a bit of
alternatively, people can listen on their own personal device where it's also sent to them. Okay, so James is required to repeat the customer order back to them, which I'm going to do now on behalf of James. So I just want to confirm your order back. You ordered 2 large cappuccinos. One of them was decaf, and then you wanted a chocolate chip muffin with that. Okay, when I recorded now, I had to disconnect my phone, but James has now submitted his answer, and we'll keep tabs on what happens on the leaderboard as that answer gets assessed by the AI. Okay, he's got feedback. I can see he got 10 points, and importantly, it's giving him some personalized feedback on what he got wrong and where he could improve. Now, based on how much time is available, it has given the option for James to submit a new answer here. So let's say hypothetically there was still some time available, which I will simulate by restarting the timer. James can read that feedback and then submit a second improved answer, which I'm going to do quickly. So I just wanted to confirm your order back. You ordered 2 medium cappuccinos, and one of them should be decaf, and you also ordered a blueberry muffin to go with that. Okay, so now submitted a second improved answer, and let's see what that does to the leaderboard. Okay, so this time James got a perfect score, but note that what the leaderboard does is it takes an average of James's 2 attempts. So the first time he got 10 points, second time 40 points. So in total that'll be 50 points, but it takes an average. So his score only moved up by 25 points. Okay, so that explains how the scoring works. We do allow multiple attempts so that there's real-time learning. And when I say we allow multiple attempts, that was an option that was set in the game setup. But a nice option where they get to kind of learn and practice in real time. Okay, so that's another activity done, and we'll basically repeat that cycle. Click done, and it will then send that suggested response to everybody, and we can then move on to the next activity. Okay, so that kind of completely concludes my demo of the basic setup. And by basic, I'm referring to just one shared screen that you use to facilitate on. There is a second, more advanced option, but it requires you to be able to manage multiple tabs or multiple screens so that the screen that you're sharing with everybody is different to the one that you're actually facilitating on. If that sounds a bit intimidating or complicated, then that one is probably not for you.